Why does it even matter what the fuck they think? I mean, seriously. Why do you care if they like you or not? You should not even care. Let me tell you something. You know, back during the civil rights movement, this same type of thing was going on. We was entertaining this same type of mentality where what white people thought about us really mattered to us. That's why we pushed for integration. It wasn't because of no better education or better schooling or no shit like that. I mean, we just wanted to force ourselves in a close proximity, integration with white people in hopes that they would see our humanity and start to like us and accept us as human beings. It was all about us giving them the power to define us. That how we felt about ourselves depended on how they felt about us. And we only felt good about ourselves if white people liked us and expressed how much they like us. But as long as they disliked us, we felt like, you know, we felt like there was a problem. We felt bad. You know, our main thing was to get them to love us. You know what I mean? And that's the ultimate way of giving people power over you. You should not care whether motherfuckers like you or not. You know, a lot of black people, y'all want to give praise to white people who like black people. Give praise to them, give them all kind of props, throw a party and celebration. Oh, you're such a nice person. I don't care anymore for a white person who like black people than I do for the most racist redneck in the world. I don't care anymore for one or the other. Because how much they do or do not like me does not matter to me. It does not matter to me. I'm talking as a black person. Don't matter to me. And they always see you in the context of a black person. Don't think they ever just see you as a nice human being or no shit like that. You're always dealt with and seen by them in the context of a black person. Believe that. And that's how it's supposed to be. You know what I mean? All this racial invisibility shit. I mean, get real. That's a part of what makes you. Your very existence is your identity. And if they can't accept you for your identity, then they're not really accepting you at all. I mean, but you can't, you know, I see a lot of people calling this girl a bitch. I mean, come on, man. Don't let people's feelings and opinions about you as a black person cause you to resort to come out of your element. Stay within your element. That's power. Do not lose your cool. That's power. It's a sign of weakness when you get bent out of shape, you know what I mean, and start venting just because she expressed her dislike for you as a black person. Who gives a fuck? Seriously. You know, I am not seeking white people approval. That's not going to make me feel better as a human being. I mean, I don't give a fuck. Black people got to get over this. You got to get over it, man. Do not give a fuck about if white people like you or not. Black people are so... We got to accept the fact that we're different and embrace our difference instead of trying to erase it. I mean, this also connected to, you know, like black beauty. Black people always trying to prove that we just as beautiful as white people or just as beautiful as non-black people. But look how, what do? How do you do that? You try to emulate their racial characteristics and everything. We judge ourselves based on their standard. You know, the sharp nose, thin lips, long, stringy, flowing hair. We look at those type of black people who can achieve that look as the most attractive black people among us. Basically using their standard, their rule of thumb on how to judge ourselves. Black people have a different kind of beauty. You can't compare it with anybody else or other races because we're too different. Too different. And when you have such a difference in identity, you're the only one who is authorized to pass judgment on your beauty. And if a Japanese professor come out and say that black women are the least attractive among all women, who gives a fuck? He's not qualified to pass judgment on black beauty anyways. Matter of fact, black beauty can't be even judged properly by the majority of blacks, because we haven't even been judging ourselves based on our own standards. We've been using non-black standards. We haven't even been able to embrace black beauty on a wide scale in order to distinguish it. And that's why we look ridiculous trying to emulate the identity of other women, especially white women. It's retarded. They're on the total opposite end of the identity spectrum. So for you, with your kinky hair and your dark skin, to put blue or green contacts in your eyes, you look ridiculous, appalling. You look foolish, sick. You look like you're out of your fucking mind. You're going too far using their standards to achieve some type of beauty. And we gotta accept the fact that we need psychological rehabilitation. We were in dire need of it immediately after slavery as a collective. But instead, we got even more submerged into it after slavery with the emergence of TV, magazines and shit. That made it even worse. That fucked our heads up even more. So what they think about us, whether they accept us or not, should not matter. If white people want to get up here and make videos on YouTube calling us niggas, say they lose us in the dark and a bunch of crazy shit, who gives a fuck? They're supposed to not like us. We're too different. They're not supposed to look at us like they look at their own people. They're not supposed to. I mean, black people are different. Why do you think it is that black people, even here in the United States, given the percentages that we make of the United States in comparison to white people, we have like way more churches than them? Why do you think that the black people are so spiritual? When you talk about atheism, go do some research on atheism and the population of atheists. They almost always leave Africa out because it's so rare there. There's no reason to even evaluate or even include it in studying the population of atheists. Because we've always been a spiritual people. We've always believed in some form of life force. Some life form. Regardless of what you want to call it. Some type of creator out there. Or force of creation. We've always been in tune with that energy. Why is it so? If we're all the same, then why are we so? Is there such a drastic difference? The earliest white people referred to Africans, the people south of them. They referred to them as the spirit people. Because they equated them like those are them spiritual people. Them worshiper people. Always been like this. We've always been like this. I mean, look at us here in the United States. People want to talk about how we're much more different now than Africans. Really? Okay, well, they stripped everything that was from Africa from us. But why did it start to come resurrect in through us? Why do we automatically start to bop our head when we hit a drum? Why is it that we started, dancing? And we got dances that are almost identical to Native African dances. Why are we so addicted to drum? Why does that catch us? Why does that give us goosebumps and chills? Why does that give us so much energy? We still receptive to the drum, to music. We still the music people. Even after they took all of that from us, still the music people. We still the spirit people. Even after they took it all from us, we still got these dances that are just so identical to African dances that they even doing it over there in Africa. You think all they do is African dances? You out of your mind. They easily pick up our dances and do them just like we do them, because it's not about the dance per se. It's about how the music causes our body to react, because we are very receptive to all forms of energy. All forms of energy. If we're all the same, why is there such a difference? Why is there such a difference between black people, how we naturally able to dance, and whites? Why are they so stiff? Why they got these stiff walks and stiff dances? You watch them dance and it's like, good Lord, stop doing it. It's hard to watch these motherfuckers dance. And I had 5, 6, 7, 8-year-old nieces and nephews dance. It look like they've been doing this shit all their life, like professionals. If we're all the same, then why is there such a difference there? Why do white people have more neurological problems and issues? Explain this shit to me. When you analyze us, you find that there are a whole host of differences. And you have to identify the differences and embrace your differences. White people or no other non-black people are in any type of way authorized or qualified to pass judgment on our identity or anything about us. We got to be a self-defining people who define ourselves and only allow ourselves to pass judgment on ourselves based on our standards and the standards that we have yet to create, to be honest with you, that we need to be in the process of creating. Anyway, man, I'm making these videos way too long. That's my piece. Out.